Hi, I'm Lynn Barber, Florida-friendly landscaping agent, UF IFAS Extension, Hillsborough County. And today, my buddy Zach from City of Tampa TV is here with me so I can show you some of my favorite funky flowers. So, the first choice that I have today is this lovely, lovely plant. And it is a Gloriosa Lily. So the cool thing about it is that it is just colorful. It looks like an upside down butterfly somewhat. And it's really wonderful. So it can get to be about 6-8 feet tall. It's easy to propagate. You can either propagate it by seed, and the seed pods are really quite pretty. Nice, colorful. Or you can propagate it by the roots. And you need to plant this plant the roots very deeply. And it's a wonderful, wonderful, gorgeous plant. So what I love about this plant is not only that it's easy to propagate, but it's also stunning in the landscape. And it comes in, you can see it in red and yellow, or you can see it in an orange and yellow. And I have more in the backyard too. This plant is another one of my favorites. It's a riengoon creeper. It can get up to 40 feet tall, and it's very, very fast growing. The flowers are beautiful and very fragrant. They start out with like a light pink, then become a darker pink, and yet even darker pink. So it's not flowering yet, but it is certainly happy at this point. It is pretty aggressive, so you need to keep an eye on it. But to find out information about different plants that you have questions on, there's a really simple resource that you can access for free. The Florida-friendly landscaping guide for plant selection and landscape design. Now this is a great guide because you'll see that many plants that we're talking about today are in this book. As a matter of fact, riengoon creeper is right here. The good thing about this guide is you can order it free from watermatters.org, which is Southwest Florida Water Management District, or you can get a free copy at our office when you attend a triple workshop, compost, water-wise, or rainwater harvesting. You can register online at our website. Now, what I love about this book is that it tells you whether the plant needs sun or shade, what the soil pH needs to be, is it fast growing or slow growing, what about the soil texture, does it attract wildlife, any other aspects of this plant are covered. It's a great book, free, index in the back, you can look up the plants, voila. I love Tillandsias. There are 85 native species of Tillandsia in Florida. The cool thing about Tillandsias is that they're epiphytes, and that means that they live on other plants or objects, but they don't live off of them. So the cool thing about Tillandsias is there's a mother plant, and when the mother plant has pups, ultimately the mother plant will pass away. The mother plant dies, and you get multiple additional plants. I love them, they're easy care, water them once a week, they're enjoyable. Minimal maintenance. We talked about Tillandsia being part of the bromeliad family. This is another example of a bromeliad. This is a great bromeliad because it can be in the sun or the shade. If it's in the sun, it has this beautiful yellow-orange color, but if it's in the shade, it's more green. It has a flower spike that's 3 to 4 feet tall and magnificent. But it does have very sharp edges, so it can cut you. You need to be careful and wear heavy-duty gloves when you deal with this plant. If you hear any buzzing, it's the honeybees that are attracted to the powder puff plant. Powder puff plants come in many different colors. They come in white, they come in pink. There are large plants, there are small shrubs. So it just depends on how much space you have. They're easily propagated from cuttings or seeds. I already have seed pods on this plant, which are kind of cute. They just curl up. This particular plant is, as you can see, probably 6 feet tall. The plant behind it is the white powder puff. And the difference between the two is the size of the plant, but also the size of the puff. You can see these puffs are beautiful and they're very small. But the white powder puff, amazing. 2 to 3 inches is the puff on those. And when all that plant is covered with white powder puffs, it's a sight to behold. It's definitely a stopper in the landscape. So we're in the backyard now, and we're talking about spiral ginger. Not all ginger is edible, and this one is not. So the cool thing about this plant is it does have a bamboo-like appearing stalk, but it is not bamboo. It has a nice green shiny leaf. The underside is great. It's soft like velvet. I wish I had a pillow made out of that material. It's a wonderful plant. You can see that it has these gorgeous red waxy flowers, and then it has a yellow part that reminds me of the beak on a bird. So to me, it's somewhat bird-like in nature. It's stiff, it's beautiful. You can propagate it from the clumps. It's a lovely plant. I have it in several places in my yard. It just continues blooming for a long period of time. It does well in sun or shade, and it's a very happy plant that just continues to clump and grow. Gardening in Florida is a great pastime. We're very, very lucky because we can garden nearly every single month of the year. So if you have questions about gardening, plants, you need advice, you need help, we provide solutions for your gardening life. Give us a holler, UF IFAS Extension, Hillsborough County, and be sure to ask us about a copy of this book. Order your own at watermatters.org. Stop by our office, see the Betty S. Walker Discovery Garden and our perennial garden, which will give you several examples of plant materials and landscape design that you can take home with you.